You did everything right. You bought certified seed potatoes. You planted at the perfect time. You watered consistently. And yet, your harvest is pathetic. Tiny, misshapen potatoes covered in scabs and cracks. What went wrong? It's not what you did. It's what's under your plants. Your soil is killing your potatoes. And stick around to the end, because I'm going to reveal the one soil mistake that causes scab, rot, hollow heart, and reduced yields. A mistake even experienced gardeners make when they're trying to help their soil. Unlike tomatoes or peppers that grow above ground, potatoes are all about what's happening underground. Think about it. A potato needs to push through soil as it expands from marble size to fist size. In compacted soil, it can't expand evenly, so you get knobby, misshapen tubers. Soil also determines drainage. Too much moisture, root rot and fungal diseases. Too little, stunted growth and hollow heart. And pH matters enormously. Wrong pH and your potatoes can't absorb nutrients, even if those nutrients are present. Plus, high pH practically guarantees potato scab. The difference between optimal soil and poor soil? Up to 400% more yield. Getting your soil right isn't optional, it's everything. Let's talk texture first. Soil is made up of three particle types: sand, silt, and clay. Sandy soil, large particles, drains quickly, warms fast, but doesn't hold nutrients or moisture well. Clay soil, tiny particles, drains slowly, compacts easily, but holds nutrients and moisture, sometimes too much. Silt, medium particles, the Goldilocks zone. The ideal, loamy soil, a balanced mixture of all three. Think 40% sand, 40% silt, 20% clay. This gives you good drainage, no waterlogging. Moisture retention, no drought stress. Loose structure, tubers can expand easily. Nutrient holding capacity. DIY test, grab a handful of moist soil. Squeeze it into a ball. Falls apart immediately. Too sandy. Forms a hard ball that doesn't break. Too much clay. Forms a ball that crumbles with light pressure. Perfect. Depth matters. You need at least 8 to 12 inches of loose, prepared soil. Potatoes won't grow well in shallow soil or if they hit a hardpan layer. Now let's talk pH, and this is critical for disease prevention. The sweet spot, pH 5.0 to 6.5, slightly acidic. This is non-negotiable if you want to prevent potato scab. Above pH 7.0, you're practically guaranteeing scab disease. The bacteria that causes scab, Streptomyces scabies, thrives in alkaline conditions. Testing your soil. Option 1. Home pH test kit, $10 to $15. Quick and easy, good enough for most gardeners. Option 2. Professional soil test, $20 to $40. More accurate, also tells you nutrient levels. Worth doing once every few years. 2. Alkaline. pH above 6.5, add elemental sulfur. It takes 2 to 3 months to work, so apply in fall for spring planting. Rate: 1 to 2 pounds sulfur per 100 square feet to lower pH by 1 point. Too acidic? pH below 5.0. Rare. Add lime carefully. Most potato growers never need lime. Better to be too acidic than too alkaline for potatoes. Here's what most gardeners get wrong. They prepare soil the day before planting. Way too late. Fall, 6 months before planting. Test your soil. Get a baseline pH and nutrient reading. Add major amendments. Compost, 2 to 4 inches worked in. Sulfur, if pH needs lowering. Organic matter to improve structure. Plant cover crops, optional but excellent. Winter rye, clover, or vetch. They prevent erosion, add organic matter, and break up compacted soil with deep roots. Turn them under in early spring. Early spring, 4 to 6 weeks before planting. Turn under cover crops if you planted them. Add final amendments. Balanced organic fertilizer. Additional compost if needed. Bone meal for phosphorus, important for root crops. Loosen deeply. Use a garden fork or broad fork to loosen soil to 12 inches deep without completely inverting layers. 2 weeks before planting. Final prep. Rake smooth. Remove rocks and debris. Let soil settle slightly. Test pH if you made major changes in fall. Let's talk about fixing problem soils and optimizing good ones. For heavy clay soil, the problem: compacts easily, drains poorly, potatoes can't expand properly. The fix: add lots of compost, 3 to 4 inches minimum, work in deeply. Add coarse sand or perlite. Improves drainage, not fine sand. Add gypsum. Helps break up clay without changing pH. Consider raised beds. Easier than fixing clay in-ground. Never work clay when wet. Creates concrete-like clumps. For sandy soil, the problem: drains too fast, doesn't hold nutrients or moisture. The fix: add tons of organic matter, compost, aged manure, peat moss. Add coconut coir, excellent water retention. Mulch heavily after planting, prevents rapid drying. Plan for more frequent watering. Use slow-release organic fertilizers. The best amendments for potatoes: compost, 2 to 4 inches. Improves structure regardless of soil type. Adds slow-release nutrients. Improves beneficial micropopulations. The most important amendment: peat moss or coconut coir. Acidifies soil slightly, good for potatoes. Improves water retention. Lightens heavy soils. Coir is more sustainable than peat. Sulfur, if needed for pH. Lowers pH gradually. Apply in fall for spring planting. Critical for scab prevention. Aged manure, never fresh. Adds nutrients and organic matter. Must be well aged, 6+ months. Fresh manure causes scab and can burn plants. Phosphorus sources: bone meal, rock phosphate. Essential for root and tuber development. Especially important in new gardens. Mix into soil before planting. What not to add: fresh manure, causes scab, attracts pests. High nitrogen fertilizers, excessive foliage, fewer tubers. Lime, unless pH is below 5.0, invites scab disease. Grass clippings with herbicide residue can kill potatoes. Let's troubleshoot the most common issues. Problem: poor drainage/waterlogging. Symptoms: standing water, foul smell, plants yellowing. Solutions: add 3 to 4 inches of compost and mix well. Create raised beds, 6 to 12 inches high. Install drainage ditches or French drains. Add sand and organic matter. Consider growing in containers instead. Problem: compaction/hard pan. Symptoms: water pools on surface, difficult to dig, poor growth. Solutions: use broad fork to shatter hard pan without inverting soil. Add gypsum to break up compacted clay. Grow cover crops with deep taproots, daikon radish. Avoid walking on beds. Use permanent pathways. Mulch to prevent surface compaction from rain. Problem: hollow heart/growth cracks. Symptoms: hollow centers, cracked potatoes. Causes: inconsistent moisture, compacted soil, excessive nitrogen. Solutions: maintain consistent soil moisture. Loosen soil deeply before planting. Use balanced fertilizer, not high nitrogen. Mulch to even out moisture levels. Problem: persistent scab disease. Cause: pH too high, above 6.5, fresh manure, or infected soil. Solutions: lower pH to 5.0 to 5.5 with sulfur. Never use fresh manure. Rotate to different bed for 3 to 4 years. Choose scab-resistant varieties. Maintain consistent moisture. Dry conditions worsen scab. Remember that one soil mistake I promised to reveal? It's adding lime or fresh manure because you think you're improving the soil. Here's what happens. You read that vegetables need rich soil and pH of 6.5 to 7.0. So you add lime to sweeten the soil and fresh manure for nutrition. The result: pH shoots up above 7.0. Potato scab bacteria thrives. Fresh manure adds more scab organism. Your entire harvest is covered in rough, corky lesions. Even if you did everything else perfectly. Perfect planting, perfect watering, perfect variety. High pH ruins everything. The right approach: test pH before adding anything. If too high, add sulfur, not lime. Use only aged manure, 6+ months old. Keep pH between 5.0 to 6.0. Slightly acidic is good for potatoes. Do this right, and you'll have smooth, beautiful potatoes. Get it wrong, and even your chickens won't eat them. Let's recap your potato soil checklist. Texture: loamy, loose, well-draining, 40% sand, 40% silt, 20% clay. pH: 5.0 to 6.5, slightly acidic. Test before planting. Depth: minimum 8 to 12 inches of loose prepared soil. Organic matter: 2 to 4 inches of compost worked in. Drainage: no standing water, but moisture retentive. Timing: prepare in fall for spring planting. Never aid D. Lime, unless pH below 5.0. Fresh manure. High nitrogen fertilizers alone. Get your soil right, and everything else becomes easier. Your plants will be healthier, your yields will multiply, and your potatoes will be smooth, large, and disease-free. What's your soil type? Clay, sand, or loamy? What challenges are you dealing with? Drop your soil questions in the comments. If this video helped you understand soil better, hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth potato growing guides. Until next time, test that pH and happy growing.